If you can do it faster, it's better. One of my favorite tools for doing things a heck of a lot faster is the Stream Deck. Now, people around me know that I love the Stream Deck. I've been using them since they first came out. I had the OG 15-button Stream Deck, ran that sucker for about 3 years until the Stream Deck XL came out. Immediately went out, got 2 XLs, and now I use 1 XL and the Plus, but I love me some Stream Deck. And Elgato has been doing some crazy things when it comes to Stream Deck, and I'm going to show you some of them today. This stuff is super cool, so we're going to dive right in. In order to do this, I'm going to have to turn on live demo mode here in Ecamm, and I remove some panels just to make this easier. One of the most recent updates is what's known as Stream Deck Virtual. I fixed that. Virtual Stream Deck. Boom. VSD for short. And as you can see here, I have a virtual Stream Deck that has a couple of buttons. I have my YouTube. I have my YouTube Studio. That's my live stream console. Auphonic, which I use to fix the sound for these sort of videos. I have Adobe Express, which is what I use for thumbnails. I have Magi, which is my amalgamated AI bot situation. It covers all of ChatGPT, Claude, like all of the above. I got DaVinci Resolve and Final Cut right there. Now, right now, that's only 8 buttons because I just wanted to build something to show you what you could do. We're going to open up the Stream Deck configuration situation because this thing is cool. If I come down from my XL and I click this and I can go down to where it says Virtual Stream Deck and you see I have 1. Now, I can create another set of pages for this and add some more things. So like if I wanted to go here and let's do system and open up an application. Let's just drop this here. And then I don't know why I would pick Ecamm because Ecamm is always open. But let's just put Ecamm. It's always open 24/7. As you can see, the green light there tells you that Ecamm is running. Okay, let's go and do another one. What's another good app to put? Let's actually run the Stream Deck app. So you cannot, in Mac, you can only option drag. That doesn't work. Elgato, please fix that. So what you can do, however, is go copy, and then let's do a top and bottom and go paste. And then on this one here, I'll maybe switch this to Stream Deck. That's not going to work because that's more of a plugin. Let's do Photoshop. And we'll do that Photoshop beta because I like to play around with that. Boom. And then there it is. So you can add as many as you want here. And now if I were to close this and I'm on this particular page, there's a little arrow that shows up here on the button that allows me to move the pages sort of back and forth. So you can do pages just like a regular Stream Deck. Some other cool things that you can do is go here. Let me hit configure the Stream Deck. Click on the settings here. I have the ability to adjust the opacity, right? That's the overall opacity. Or I can just click on the frame color here. And if I bring this over here, I can make the frame color purple if I wish, right? That's not exactly purple. I could do that. But really cool is I can actually fade the frame color so that it's almost missing. And if I were to select this background and then move the frame color opacity, now it's just like floating buttons. You don't even see the frame, right? So this guy is, it's hard to move it. It's hard to move it when it's like that, but let me put that back on. I don't like the missing frame color, but if you wanted to, you can. I didn't realize that if you do that, it's going to make it hard for you to actually touch. So I wouldn't do that. I'll go there and then can you grab it now? Yeah, you can grab it if you don't make it completely disappear, but you can make it less obnoxious. And that way you can hover it over various apps. If you're wanting to use the app, you can sort of see what you're doing there. So there's that. Now, one thing that's cool is if I go to my Stream Deck XL, you'll see I have a button here. This button is to toggle the virtual Stream Deck. So that button legit turns the virtual Stream Deck on and off. But another thing you can do is because maybe you are running this on your laptop. On your laptop, you're not going to take your Stream Deck because your Stream Deck lives on your desk. This is really cool about virtual Stream Deck, and I'm going to go full screen to explain this real quick. Stream Deck, you need one. You have to have a physical Stream Deck in order to run this. However, it basically only checks home to see that you have one once every 30 days. So you could build your same profiles that you use on your desktop and put them on a virtual Stream Deck that you can put on your laptop, and you don't have to have the Stream Deck hanging off, plugged in, or whatever. Super dope for people who travel and don't want to lose your productivity of, say, your magic buttons, right? All right, let's go back in. I just want to tell you that it's not a subscription, but you do have to have a physical Stream Deck. I will show you another option if you just want to not have a physical Stream Deck altogether. Not quite the same. All right, so let's go back over here and I'm going to click on this guy and you can see I can say when the cursor leaves the panel, automatically hide or hide after the action is triggered. So if I were to put the panel down here where I kind of general idea where it is, you know, you can try to click it. That's not going to work. So you can't have them both turned on. If I turn that off and maybe reset the hotkey, nope, no way to turn it on. I have to trigger it. And then once it's moved, then it automatically disappears. So that's one way to set that up. The other way you could do that is say hide after the action is triggered, right? So if I click that and say I go to opacity, the panel now hides. And then I'm going to trigger it again. So you can do some auto hide situations, right? I'm not a big fan of auto hide, but you can absolutely do that. Now let's also give it a keystroke. So I'm going to do Option+Z. So that way, even without this guy or without clicking my Stream Deck, I can just use Option+Z on my keyboard to turn that sucker on and off. So again, lots of different ways you can trigger that guy. Now, let's go do something really cool. We're going to bring up the Stream Deck virtual guy here, and we're going to go and create a new one. So if I click on this guy and then go to profiles, virtual Stream Deck, I want to create a brand new profile. So let's say add a new profile and we're going to call this Zoom VSD. Okay, bingo. So now we're going to activate the Zoom virtual profile. I'm going to go to my real Stream Deck XL, and then I'm going to pick on the profile that I have. I didn't set up one for Zoom, but we're going to cheat. We're going to use clean shot and just pretend that's there, right? You can copy this profile to the virtual Stream Deck. So you right click on this and say copy to, and then say virtual Stream Deck 1. And then now when I come back to my virtual Stream Deck here, I can select the clean shot controls. So now I can run clean shot X using the virtual Stream Deck. So let's do that one more time without making a mess. It turns out I didn't have to make that. So let's delete that. We're going to keep it clean, like to keep it clean. So there's my virtual profile and I don't have it triggered with any sort of action. I can take this one and I have it set up to work on clean shot, right? So let's go do one more just so you can see and less confusing than Doc being dumb. Let's go and take the Stream Deck XL. Let's take the Ecamm Live profile, right click on it, go to copy to virtual Stream Deck 1. Then we're going to come back over here, click on the virtual Stream Deck, and then change this guy to Ecamm Live. Boom. Here is Ecamm Live buttons. Now that's not enough buttons. So what I'm going to do is press on that guy and then add some more rows and then add some more columns. And then now I'm there, right? Well, this is a 32 button, so it requires 6 columns and 4 rows. Yeah, okay. That's it. That's all of them. So you can expand that sucker. Now let me show you something else here. If I bring this up here, you are not as limited as on this Stream Deck. So I can do 8 and 8. But I have it set right now to hide empty keys. If I turn that off, you can see I can make a big sucker. Okay. So I have one more monitor off to the side here. It's not quite plugged in right now, but I could take this monitor, which I just have on this little standing VESA thing. I could connect the Thunderbolt cable to this sucker, and using the display link, sorry, let me say that again. Using the display link that I have on my computer, I can move this panel over here and just have a massive set of buttons. One step crazier, I have a touchscreen Mac monitor over here I can probably set up and use it as a touchscreen. So just wanted to let you know that you can get nuts. Somebody did a demo somewhere I saw in the Reddit group where they basically filled up like 5 monitors with virtual Stream Deck buttons because you could have as many virtual Stream Decks as you want. So let's bring that panel back up. Let's go here and let's shrinkify this guy because that's way too many. So, ooh, wrong direction. and then go. And again, I like the part where you hide the empty keys. So that way, if you're not using it, you're not using it. And I'm going to put my frame color back to big and back to orange. That's, or I mean, I can pick any color I want, but I just want it to be less obnoxious. So if I'm running Ecamm and I don't want to have to reach over and touch those buttons and I'm really good with the mouse because I'm doing something mouse friendly, then I can put all of these buttons right here on the front and run things from Ecamm just like such. Like it's very, very good. I can even do the quick and big end if I want to zoom into something. So all of these things work. So once again, what's really cool about Virtual Stream Deck is it basically can do what your Stream Deck can do. It's not a subscription model. It's absolutely free right now, and it is in beta. So Elgato, I almost got stuck with the company name. Elgato is taking any feedback, any information, anything you want to try. Now is the time. You just reach out to them either through socials or through the form they have on the site. You can say, I would really love it if it could do X, because this is in beta, so it's 100% free right now. It can auto app switch, so it knows whenever you're switching apps, automatically change to that right virtual Stream Deck. You don't need to have your Stream Deck plugged in. You can plug it in once every 30 days and you're good to go. You can easily copy the profiles that you already set up, so you don't have to go rebuild them all over again. And you can actually add animated keys. So if you have a GIF, yes, it's a present, not peanut butter. You can put a GIF on a key and have that animate and do all of those myriad things. And I guess I also like the fact that you can toggle it either through hotkeys or from another Stream Deck. That's the basis of what I got so far. I have been playing with it for about a week. I'm probably going to do more because this is really cool. Now, I did mention there's another way to control this. If you need to be away from your computer, you want to be able to control it remotely, there is such a thing as Stream Deck Mobile. You're going to take your phone and you're going to open up the Stream Deck Mobile app, which you can get from the App Store. And you'll see there, I have buttons to control this Stream Deck. So if I was to press this overhead camera, and then now I could press this A camera and go back to the overhead camera, so you can absolutely control away from your computer. This is different from Virtual Stream Deck. This is a subscription. You can do a free one, which I believe gives you this amount of buttons, whatever the heck that comes out to, 12, 15. But if you need more or you want to do more than one profile, then you got to upgrade to Pro. And if I click on that, upgrading to Pro is $24.99 a year. If you need something like that, you can use Stream Deck Mobile if you need to be away from keyboard. Family, love this Elgato stuff. I mentioned this in another video before. Let me see if I can pull this up on screen real quick. They are also doing some more elaborate things. Like if I were to click on the Explore Stream Deck button situation, they are coming up with some really cool updates to Stream Deck. Like there's a new network version that allows you, let me go from this direction. Let's go product, Stream Deck. They're coming up with the new network version that allows you to connect to your Stream Decks over the network. They're also coming up with this thing called Stream Deck modules. Here we go. These are just blank ones that you could put anywhere. Of course, you can get the Pro Sucker. You can run it on a tablet or a phone with that Stream Deck mobile app. And then the new thing that they're coming up with, which is not quite available yet, and I swear it's on this internet site somewhere, is something known as Stream Deck Network, which is going to allow you to connect to your Stream Deck without using a USB cable. I saw that sucker earlier, and why is it being mean to me? There it is. Bingo. Coming soon. So you'll plug this into your Stream Deck and then you use the Ethernet cable. So now you're not stuck by the limits of a USB cable. That's it. If you need to get a Stream Deck, I'll put a link down in the description, but you could always just go to docrock.live/shop, and that's going to take you over to Amazon, and anything you buy from Amazon over there helps support the channel. You know what I say around here? I don't know any need to see this. And thank you, community, for yelling at me about making a Stream Deck video. I made it, okay? I ain't no sucker. I'm fitting to do it. So if you need to hear this, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, press the subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video I think you should watch. And I agree with him.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, man.